Fuck's going on, man? How you doing? It's no Joe Coward. Getting loose. Tonight, I want to talk to y'all about dudes who fucking peacock. Guys who peacock in front of other guys to seem like they're tough because they're insecure that they're not as masculine. They're insecure because their girlfriend gave you a sexually attracted look instead of them. They're intimidated by your masculinity, by your alpha male status. And I'm gonna just tell you a couple little things. This last Monday, I did a presentation. There's this group. Excuse me, my ass is getting a little sore here. There's this group in Phnom Penh here called Nerd Night. And what it is it's basically a gathering at like a small bar or some kind of wine bar, something nice and laid back, and it is a nice place to do presentations. And I did my presentation. You can actually see the video on my page. It's called No Joke on Mental Illness, Fighting, and Self-Improvement when I spoke at Nerd Night. But anyways, I do my presentation and I talk about my history. I talk about me growing up. I talk about how I spent time in a mental institution and like why I got into fighting, why I'm into martial arts. And I just told everybody like the deal. I just told everybody I used to be a bitch, and then one day I got into a fight, I knocked this dude the fuck out, and then I developed a taste for fighting. You know? Almost like how somebody like represses their desire to do a drug, and then they do the drug, and then they become they become an addict. It was similar with me in fighting. Now I didn't get in fights all the time, but I did occasionally. But when I did, they were really intense. And I'm not trying to I'm not trying to be a hypocrite here and peacock to you, but like I really did fuck these dudes up bad. Like really bad, to the point where they had no choice but to apologize to me sometime after, because they had that much respect for me after I fucked them up and I showed them who's boss. And anyways, I do my speech and I'm talking about fighting and stuff, and I could see people looking at me like they're like got their arms crossed and just like, holy shit, this guy is real, man. Like this guy is raw. This guy is not a bitch. He's dead serious. And I could see some of their girlfriends, at least what I perceive to be their girlfriend, kind of giving me a look like, dang, this guy's way tougher than my boyfriend. You know, this guy could beat the shit out of my boyfriend, I bet. And I could see them kind of giving me the hungry eyes. And I'm not saying this because I think all women are attracted to me. Most women probably think I'm not all that great. But some women, I think, were a little bit turned on simply because of the fact that it's a primal attraction for a woman to see a man as their protector. Women like alpha males. They like a man who handles their fucking business and is not a fucking pussy. Okay? I don't care how progressive you are. I don't care how many vegan meals you eat a day. I don't care how much yoga you do. Women like an alpha male. It is biology. It is how our species evolved and got to this point today. Our species is not here because women like a guy who wears jeans that are too tight, sips fucking lattes, and crosses his legs and has a limp wrist. And you know, defends transgender issues when he's not even has anything to do with transgender issues. Okay? I digress. So anyways, after the presentation, I had this dude come up to me. I'm not going to say his name, you know, maybe he's watching. I don't want to like call him out or anything. He basically just started peacocking. And I was talking to some women, like these pretty attractive women wanted to sit down with me and talk to me because they were interested in what I had to say. They wanted to get to know me a little bit more. And this dude comes up. He's like this sloppy looking dude. You know, he's got like a long hair with ponytail. He's got one sleeve rolled up, smoking a cigarette. You know, got like these dirty ass construction boots on, and he thinks he's all hard looking or whatever, and he basically starts talking to me about how good he is at fighting. And like, he didn't even come up and say, hey man, great presentation, wow, that was interesting. He just comes up and starts peacocking like he's a bad motherfucker. Eventually I go outside because I want some fresh air, you know, like I've been inside, it's getting a little stuffy, I want a little privacy to myself, and he comes out, and this dude literally just starts talking about how many fights he's been in, how many dudes he's knocked out, you know, he starts showing me like all these little pressure points that he knows about where he can fuck me up, and he was offhandedly saying that I'm a fraud, that I don't know how to really fight as good as he does because his training is better than mine. Now, maybe this dude is good, like maybe he is well trained. I'm not denying that. There's tons of guys who know how to fight and who have great training. But don't come at me like you're better than me, dude. If you have training, then let's collaborate. Let's learn from each other. But don't sit here and fucking talk my ear off for 20 fucking minutes when I want to talk to other people who don't want to peacock. Also, a bunch of dudes there were giving me the cold shoulder. Like, I walk right by them, right by them, excuse me, and I would like look at them and just say hi, like just hi, how are you? You know, I try to smile. I don't put a bunch of bass in my voice to be intimidating. And these guys would be like, "What's up?" Like they were clearly forcing their voices to be deeper around me, simply because they knew that I was like, you know, I guess an alpha male to them. I guess they felt threatened by me, and subconsciously they knew that their girlfriend would probably rather fuck me, at least that night, maybe not every time, but at least for that particular night. They would have rather ridden my cock than his cock, simply because women like an alpha male who is honest, handles his fucking business, and is not a pussy. Like a lot of these guys are. Like, they're sipping their fucking cocktails with their legs crossed and shit. Not saying that's effeminate or anything, but, you know, chances are if you're sipping a martini with your fucking legs crossed, you know, bobbing your head to like pop music or like bobbing your head to Rihanna while sipping on a freaking mango martini, I have a good feeling you're probably not a fighter. You're probably not somebody who's going to stick up for your girlfriend in a tough way, okay? And lastly, there's a dude at my CrossFit gym who knows I'm a fighter. He knows I train and stuff. And every time he shakes my hand, he fucking goes like this. He's like clenches his jaw, perches his lips like he's lifting something heavy, and squeezes the shit out of my hand. You know, I haven't said anything to him yet. He's only done it a couple times, and I kind of let it go. If he does it again, I'm just going to pull my hand back real fast and say, dude, quit fucking peacocking. All right, so, and like, there's guys at my gym that know I'm a fighter and stuff, and they're totally cool. Like, they're super open around me. They're super nice. They don't worry about how deep their voice is or fucking puffing their chest out, because they're either cool with the fact that I'm a fighter and that I might be a little bit more skilled in that area than them, or maybe they're more badass than me. Like, maybe they are, dude. I'm not the ultimate badass. I'm just a guy who has some training, and I know how to fight, and I put it to the test, and I am pretty good. But my point is, dude, if you're around a guy, you know, who knows how to fight or whatever, is better looking or is a little more, you know, better shaped than you, dude, don't be a peacock. You're not getting my respect. I have less respect for you, dude. That's all I really have to say about it. If you guys have any stories about dudes who peacock because their girlfriends, you know, gave you the look, they gave you the hungry eyes, they made eye contact a little too fucking long, you know, tell me about it, man. I love hearing stories where guys try to overdo their masculinity because they're insecure with themselves, okay? I'm No Joke Howard. That's all I have to say about that. Good night.